What are your feelings on private prisons?
When you're making money off of keeping people in prison, then you have a serious problem. The fact that we have a criminal justice system that is so broken that we're allowing these corporations to make money off of keeping their prison beds filled, we are doing a disservice to those people, to our communities, our family, and every taxpayer who's paying money for these private prisons.
I mean, it seems an obvious conflict of interest.
Exactly. You have no incentive whatsoever to actually, help rehabilitate people, help provide people with transitional training, with drug rehab, with all of these other things that can help people who have been incarcerated for one reason or another leave and never come back. And that's one of the bills that one of the good news stories that actually has happened recently in Congress was we passed this bill called the First Step Act that deals specifically with this prison reform issue to help make sure that those who don't belong in prison, like nonviolent drug offenders, don't go there in the first place, and to make it so that those who are there and those who are the returning, the returning inmates, we're actually addressing what is it that you need to make so you don't keep coming back. And that was something that faced some opposition on both sides of the aisle. But again, it's one of those examples where when you focus on, okay, we may come at this from different directions. Like some folks are more concerned about the social cost and the impact on families and communities and how you're criminalizing people. Others are more concerned about the fiscal impact and how much money we're spending on these people cycling through our prisons. Regardless, we both want the same outcome, which is less people in our prisons and bringing down the costs, both economic and social. And so that was a bill that we passed through the House. It's sitting before the Senate right now, but it has support from the White House. And ironically, there is a Republican senator in the Senate who is the #1 opposition against this bill. It passed, there were over 300 members of the House who voted for it. So there's some hope there, but there's some work to be done in that area.
How did we get to this situation? How did this whole private prison thing happen before people even realized it took place?
I don't know the exact history of who made it happen or who, allowed for this government contract to take place. But I think the sick part about it is that you have people who recognize that they could make money off of people who are going to jail.
I'm sure you're aware of that Pennsylvania judge who was sentenced, who was he was irresponsibly and wrongfully sentencing young people to jail for profit. Yeah, and so people would think, well, you're never going to see that. Mm-hmm. That's not going to be, that couldn't be real. But this is one of the real problems with profit, with the idea that you can make profit off of having people in your cell.
Yeah.